Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. I am Lord Forwind here playing as the tiny remaining kingdom of the Netherlands. So we're about to inflict some nasty penalties on the Germans by pulling troops away from them to us. And the war in Europe between the Soviets and the Germans is very vicious, very tight. Other places, though, Africa is very quickly swinging in favor of the Allies, and so is China, although I guess that's more the Chinese United Front, huh? Anyhow, Japan has lost a fair amount of land, which is helping. China's reforming its economy now to try and get away from this heavy inflation. And I have no idea what the communists are up to be honest. They're in construction engineering. They don't seem to be able to do much else right now. Half of their tree is locked up until they switch away from communism or they're the dominant party. Other than that, let's see if we got any interesting government in exile stuff. The Polish have nothing. Norway's got a division. Luxembourg has none. Belgium has 6 divisions. We have lost almost 10 million to the Axis and Japanese 7 million. However, we are now going to start draining 1,000 manpower, or I think it was a week, from the Germans. That's not an easy penalty to just ignore. German defectors. They're planning to try and reinstate the Kaiser, which means weekly manpower negative 1,000. There we go. Only the defeat of, what is this? Only the complete defeat of the Dutch and the alliance they're part of is enough to stomp that out. There we go. Yugoslavia has, of course, joined the Axis finally, but it's 30 some odd divisions, kind of equal to Mexico, to be honest. I'd much rather have Mexico. So we will be getting 1,000 units a week, which is awesome. But also Germany will be losing 1,000 a week, which is going to really hurt their reserves as weeks go by. That's 52,000 a year. So that's ongoing. Japan hasn't managed to make any advances into the Philippines, still being tied up in China. And of course Yugoslavia has joined. Why it's the German versus Norwegian war, I have no idea, but it is. Apparently Italy invaded the Scottish Highlands province of, what is this, Falklands? No, it's not the Falklands. What am I saying? Shetlands? Shetlands? No. I don't know my northern islands that well. Vichy France controls the Faroe Islands, though. They're going to be attacked. Allies are definitely pushing back Italy. I don't know how Italy still has manpower, but they still do. 200,000 though. That's not that much, although it's going to probably last beyond what the Soviets and Germans have, because the casualties are mounting. Slovakia has joined. Okay. I don't know why Slovakia wasn't in the war already. Then again, why Slovakia is in this war at all is a really good question, considering how pathetic their manpower and production are. Part of the trouble may in fact be Spain, because they can field a lot of troops given time. Let's do dockyard access. The sad part is we only have 4 million troops, 4,000 troops in the field. We're just not able to reinforce our divisions. Not enough manpower to reinforce, yeah. Well, we'll do some atomic research. Why not? We don't have atomic facilities or anything, but hey, who cares? Hey, there we go. Hey, progress has started. The Americans have invaded Maracaibo? Maracaibo, maybe? I don't know. Slow progress is being made on that front. They've still got all their divisions deployed there, so I will order an advance from my troops, even though I can't do anything. But I do want some war. I would like some war participation as the largest of the minor powers in the world. Come on, Soviets. Like half of the war revolves around the Soviets, so. I wonder if the troops the Germans lose count towards me getting them. Or casualties I inflict on them. That would be funny. Italians are really being driven back here. Surprised they did as well as they did, to be honest. The Italians are not particularly good on offense, but the US makes all the difference in the world here. The sheer amount of troops they field is ridiculous. I see they're trying to break out of Trinidad, but it's not going that well. Honestly, they should stop attacking. They're losing tons of troops. Look at this. Stop attacking, United States. Look at that. They're actually losing full divisions. Or yeah, whatever. Anyhow, casualties are mounting. They're not attacking from there. They're not even attacking my province to retake it yet. Tana what now? Tana Tuva is gone. Bitchy France has oddly got troops in Mali. Things have died down a little bit. Hari Majesty's Deutsch Legion. Oh, that's the division I get for free from the Germans whenever I get it. However, I think that does make, yeah, the Allies not like me that much. The US don't hate me as much, so there's that. Germans really hate me. Suppose that makes sense. Well, by the time this war is over, we should be one of the more technologically advanced countries. There we go. Offense is being done by the United States. Good to see. I find it funny though, 2 divisions of my units being trained has more manpower than I've deployed in the field. It's kind of sad. Actually, it's really sad. I'm trying to tie up some of their troops, but it's not going too well. Venezuela is inflicting some nasty casualties on people. If I had another 100 political power, I'd try and send an attaché to China. Or maybe even the US wouldn't be a bad move. Hey, look at this! The British are sending troops through the Soviet Union. It must be coming through there. And why Italy owns some of Petchora? In the Soviet Union, I have no idea. Simple reason, why does the Vichy French control the Faroe Islands? What is Iceland up to? Iceland is only improving relations with the Swiss. Okay. The Germans are building their Atlantic Wall, so I guess that means Normandy would be coming up if they're researching that. War with Japan. The Soviets are going to attack Japan now. Actually, if the Soviets attack Japan, Japan is just going to collapse because Manchukuo can't hold back anything. To be honest, Manchukuo is a joke. If they stay loyal to Japan, they get nowhere. Progress there. Slow progress in Africa, but progress. The Vichy French are holding out down here pretty impressively. Venezuela surprisingly has stalled out the US advance. I am kind of impressed. Yeah, they've stopped the US advance. The US is not getting anywhere. It is impressive. I'm going to stop my offense in the south though. There's no point to it. No, stay right where you are. Hey, actually, we have progress. Looks like the US may actually get off Trinidad. We've run out of things to do there. I guess it's time to improve the Dutch East Indies. Whip them into shape. Nope, it doesn't look like they're going to get off Trinidad, actually. Seriously. This is a weird fight. I have no idea how, despite being pushed out of the province, they're still able to keep launching attacks. Look at that. It's like they're just suicide attacking constantly. How are they pulling this off? This is a very weird cycle to watch. Because the US keeps winning the battle, but then they go to attack and they get counterattacked in the same province. Come on, US. This is weird. I know Venezuela is a tough country to invade, considering jungle, but still. This war seems to have stalled out a little bit. Soviets have switched to extensive conscription, which is probably why they're making a comeback. Japan and China seem to have been a little bit stalled out at the moment. Alliance with Siam, that could be a problem. Siam all of a sudden joins the Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere, there we go. The random skirmish between the US and Venezuela continues. Venezuela has now killed 47,000 American soldiers. Has lost 78. They're 56. They're actually inflicting some nasty casualties on the U.S. And they still have all their troops sitting down here to defend. However, we are still steadily bleeding Germany for troops. Seems a little odd we actually haven't gotten any of those free divisions, though. Maybe it has to go a number of weeks until the total is equal to the size of the division. That would make sense, but... Hey, they're actually attacking me. Congratulations, you're attacking a fort. Oh, it's Spain that was attacking us. Speaking of things, okay, we're still working on our constructing of that facility. No iron, no steel. Really, without getting more, we need more steel. I'm still going to be able to build buildings, don't worry about me. What I want is to actually be able to put out some of this ships. Hey, there we go. Progress has been made by the British this time, British and Americans. With the fall of whatever this province is, Miranda, and the invasion by sea by the US, this might be the fall of Venezuela we've been long anticipating. It should be the fall of Venezuela. Let's refine fuel better. If we're going to become an oil producer again, we actually need to be able to refine it at a reasonable rate. Yeah. The US is going to take Venezuela's capital. Will that be enough for surrender? I don't think it will. It'd be cool if it was. Really wish the Allies would advance. There we go. Vichy France is still holding out. How does Vichy France even have troops at this point? Not doing too bad, actually. Resistance suppression. Pretty much everybody has finished their idea trees here. Exception, of course, me and the other major powers. Just everyone else has shifted away from it. I really hope the Soviets attack Japan. That would be hilarious. It really does look like the war in Europe has kind of stalled out. My little bit of increased organization seems to be helping. Hungary just took over Slovakia, was that it? Yeah, okay. Venezuela is falling. Really wish I could help, but I don't think I will be able to. Well, maybe I will. Boy, I'm actually researching this still. There we go. I didn't really realize I was still putting so much effort into whatever that is, focus tree. Doctrine. There we go. Ciudad Guiana will fall soon. Honestly, Venezuela should surrender in the next couple months. It's just a matter of how much I can help. Barely 1%, but it's something. We have taken one province, or will be taking one province. I believe it just goes right back, yeah, to the British, but... Well, anyhow, hopefully we should be getting our oil province back soon. And then we won't be entirely useless. Just mostly useless. It's like mostly harmless, but less useful. Vichy France has been mostly overrun. This is a little bit weird that everybody's pulled their troops out of East Africa, though. Oh, I see why. Spain is being invaded by the British. It's too bad that there's no focus the Germans will take that makes them like attack Italy or something. Then this war would be over in a heartbeat. As it is, the Italians are making a bit of a comeback there. Interesting that Turkey has started sending troops into combat. I mean, Turkey's kind of not in trouble. They kind of stayed out of the war, lucky for them. I don't know what Portugal is doing. Portugal is literally not doing anything. Thanks for that, Portugal. You just were the powerhouse of the world in my game, and now you're doing nothing. Japan is falling, and Venezuela has capitulated. Yay. Still doesn't give me back my province, though, because Spain has occupied it. Ugh, how annoying. However, now with the attempted naval invasion of Spain, which apparently failed horribly, some progress is being made. Still, it's up to the Soviets to hold off the Germans. Also, how in the world is Vichy France holding this region? Oops, what just happened? Oh, we don't have full control of Java or Sumatra anymore. Oops. I'm gonna say that's Siam's fault. Yep. The Japanese have landed troops in the Dutch East Indies. Okay, time to deploy my navy. There we go. If we can even slow down the Japanese advancement, that would be worth it. Cut off their navy a little bit. Should help the Allies. Look at all the war propaganda. Did we ever deliver our stuff to Japan and China? I'm curious. No. Cancel it. We did get a division, though, free defector division, which is awesome. It was literally more manpower than we had on the field. Typical. Okay, let's go retake my province if we would. Because the British and Americans seem to show no interest in retaking my land. Sweden doesn't get involved in the war, I don't think. Finland isn't involved in the war at all either. Eight days though out of fuel. Oh, people are actually trying to retake my land. Good. It won't help though. We're about to run out of fuel. On the other hand, it does look like Japan will be wiped out from their landing. I like how Siam's in this alliance, but isn't actually attacking anybody, which is probably a very smart move on their part. When you look at the amount of troops that is waiting just to invade Siam for any particular reason, it's impressive. Interesting that the Soviets didn't actually attack Japan. I mean, I guess it's a smart move, but... strategic redeployment, if you would. Try and use any of the movement. We need the biggest refinery in the world back, please. Plus, it'll give us some population. I think this counts as a core, right? Nope, non-core. But that might be counting for them, I don't know. The British keep trying to invade Spain. It doesn't seem like it'd be a very good idea for them, but... we'd be better off invading northern Germany. I guess I'll save the political power, try and reform the government more. Those British divisions are going to get wiped out. That's a shame. It's also a complete waste of manpower. Yep, there we go. Complete annihilation. Another 50,000 men dead. East Indies is acting for me though. China should have a stupid amount of manpower now, yeah. Republicanism, is that the beginning of... no, that isn't. That's just improve. They need to do this legislative yuan so you get democracy. The Japanese islands still aren't really being attacked either, which is odd. East Indies, though, has proved to be capable of resisting Japan. Considering they have almost... I think they have more troops than I do. Is impressive. How's my relationship with those guys? Not particularly good. Once we retake this province, I think I'll land in Africa and work my way north from there, because that seems to be the area that I'm most likely to be able to influence the war in. Either that, I send my troops to the Soviet front, which just seems like a death sentence for them. There we go. West Indies are mine again. Yay. Also gives me military factory stuff. Still, that is some significant progress. Seeks to organize resistance. Parachute drop behind enemy lines. Too dangerous. Way too dangerous. He'd just get annihilated there. Soviets are struggling a bit there. Does China have any divisions sent to them? No, they're getting heavily supported though. See, the fact that Japan has to have divisions to guard the Soviet border means they're horribly outnumbered where it matters, everywhere else, essentially. There's a bit of a struggle going on there. I believe this is a naval province, right? Yes. It's a shame there's no way to make these colony provinces a core state, because I know the Dutch did have some core provinces in the Caribbean. Anyhow, let's stop this here. Next war we will be in Africa. Our next episode will be in Africa. Same war. Anyhow, bye for now. Talk to you later.